I'm here with Jeremiah Ellison. He is an uncommitted delegate from Minnesota. Jeremiah, thanks for joining us. I just wanted to ask you, there has been some frustration you've expressed because of the fact that a Palestinian American was not granted time on the main stage. Are you still pushing for that? And what are your concerns about the fact that that has not been granted?
Well, we came here with the intention to promote policy change first and foremost, and on top of that, we thought that some signs of good faith would be warranted. One of those signs of good faith we thought was having a Palestinian voice up on that stage. I think that we have heard several times now from the Harris campaign and from the DNC that they are not going to grant that request.
And my colleague Amna Nawaz interviewed your father, Keith Ellison, earlier this week, and he said that he's fully committed to Harris and that he hopes that you and other uncommitted delegates could eventually get there. What is it going to take to get there?
We walked in to this as uncommitted delegates. We walked into this convention hoping to walk out committed to this ticket to Harris. And we let them know that it would require policy change and a few things, our inclusion in this process. One of those things was having a voice, a Palestinian American voice up on that stage. We saw the beautiful testimony of the family of one of the American hostages and those voices should be there. They even called for a ceasefire themselves as they talked about the grueling experience that it is to have a family member that is a hostage and not being able to care for them or understand their safety. We appreciate that. We actually cut a press conference short that day to make sure that we could all be in the stands to hear their testimony. But there's a lot of pain in the region, and we feel like if the party platform says that it does not value any life above another, it doesn't value an Israeli life above a Palestinian life. We were asking them to demonstrate that by having both Israeli voices up on that stage and Palestinian voices up on that stage. But we saw that in practice, there is a hierarchy in people's value, the value of their life. We didn't see that, Speaker.
Lastly, with the minute that I have left, what do you want to hear from Kamala Harris tonight?
I think the biggest sign of good faith that we could have seen was having a Palestinian American speaker up on that stage. Aside from that, real policy change, an arms embargo, or at least conditions on weapons aid to Israel to make sure that innocent people are not being killed with our U.S. weapons, with our tax dollars. But short of that, I hope that she maintains her support of a ceasefire. But aside from which we've heard before, I don't want us to backslide from there. But ultimately, I think we're looking for policy change, or at least a sign of good faith, a Palestinian American voice up on that stage, and we didn't see either this week.
Jeremiah Ellison, thank you.
Thank you so
for your
much.
time. Amna and Jeff, back to you.